Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of Banishers, the game that has made about as positive a first impression as I have seen on the channel in quite some time, and I like most of the games that we play, but this one was really just firing on all cylinders. Let's go ahead and hit continue. And just as we get into the actual VOD, a very quick thank you to Cara Luna, Inner, Harmonious Crow, sorry, Doctor, why am I forgetting somebody? Cara Luna, Innertooth, Jägermeister, Doctor, Harmonious Crow, and everybody else that rated over. I think that's got everybody. So here we are, episode 2, and we are right where we left off, which is here in the cave where we were working with, we made a fairly impactful decision last time, and now we're going to see what kind of impact that might have. Is there more stuff over here? I see energy.
I took the life of a man I loved and ate his flesh. This I deserve.
Jacob's body's disappeared.
Eaten by animals or by Ben Stoughton's maggots.
Should have buried him. Let's get out of this shithole.
I'm glad that we took a second here because, yeah, it's been less than a day. It's been like we probably took a knee in there. I'm not even sure that we took a nap, and that body is in a significantly worse state than it was when we came in. So now let's find our way out of this mist-shrouded area. We can't go there, and I guess we're headed up over here. Oh, right. Antea now has the ability to like Bamf. She can do some teleporty stuff. Harmonious Crow is also pondering.
Let's go back to the bridge. I feel stronger. Let's see if I was right about those spectral stains.
Hold on. How do you... Is it just across here? I bet it's across here. This is literally one day from the last episode, and yet it's going to... I'm just pre-announcing. It's going to take me a second to figure out the, you know, press Y to switch and all of that. Inner is also saying that there's a story on how he got his name that could be asked in the stream and had to do with one of his first jobs. I will look forward to hearing that. I'm always interested in how people come across their names. People have asked, like, how did this name come about? And it is genuinely a couple random words. There's actually no particular story to it. Here we go.
I think I can jump the gap. Your bane rings will help. Can you find the place where the stains align?
Stains align. Well, it looks like that's going to be over here. Like, I think she means like a tunnel. Yeah, that looks awfully aligned. This is aligned-ish.
Come with me. Are you all right?
Never better.
Okay, so I'm just sort of registering the fact that if we see these sort of like swirly curly cues in the area, they probably indicate the presence of sort of a warp portal point that Antea can use. But I don't want to go back. Inner saying that co-workers started to use the name Inner after the boss gave it to him, and some of the co-workers were also his friends, so they used it, and then it spread out of the pub as well, and then it was just always a second name. So it looks like we're meant to go about 3 kilometers that way, which means I want to just at least...
That jump was quite something.
Ghosts are quite something. But I feel clumsy. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You'll master it. You've mastered everything else.
Okay, we've got a question mark coming up. As always, any feedback, the settings are extremely
No
similar.
way through here neither, far as I can see.
Extremely similar to how they were in the previous episode, but if anybody has any feedback on how it looks or sounds, as always, we'd endeavor to fix it. With Antea, use the leap to engage in combat and instantly get close to your target. Such manifestation consumes spirit points and will need to cool down before using once more. Okay.
Look to me.
Yeah, that's the quick switch. It's sort of like a counterattack where if you block and then immediately switch, you get like a counter punch.
What do you see? Anything useful?
Wait, is she someplace? I mean, she's someplace, but do we see her anyplace? Just look on the map. And I am trying to get used to pressing left on the D-pad for map.
Stop that specter before it possesses the corpse.
Try this on for size.
Spectral activities. You found a cluster of spectral activity. As a banisher, it's your job to eliminate the threat. Your health and decoction charges will be fully restored at the start and end of this encounter. Oh! There was another game that we played recently that had something sort of similar to this, like as a mechanic. Eliminate a cluster grants permanent power boosts. Well, we've got to try this then. Also, Kirluna says that his name comes from a succulent, but by happy coincidence, he found out many years later it also means moonface. Caroluna. I guess I could see the Luna part for sure.
This spectral nest needs to be cleansed.
Perform ritual. Okay, so this is the one, Summon Scourge? Because we've done Make Manifest. And we've done a Hearkening. Tune into a fading but persistent memory. This must be Summon Scourge. Force all types of scourges to reveal themselves. I really hope this is right. I don't want to waste these resources, because the resources are used even if you choose the wrong one. But this has got to be it, right? Oh, Innertu, thank you so much for the cheer. Yeah, because I don't have a tie. We're going to try this one. We've never done it before. Marquack, I really appreciate it. And hello to No Oats.
Spirit and flesh, I summon you!
So I think I might have said Inner. Marquack, thank you very, very much for the cheer.
It's nice here and all, but you see a way up.
Fudge. Okay, so I did in fact waste them. So then, Make Manifest? Fading but persistent memory. Make Manifest. See, I still don't have, like, a using or knowing the tie that binds the ghost to the incarnate is generally necessary. I don't have that. Hold on. Is there... I'm just... do I need to have something more in order to do this? Is this what... This is not a haunting case. This is just like a combat encounter. Drive the ghosts out. I'm gonna try the Hearkening to reveal an echo. I don't know that that's right either, but clearly the last one wasn't right. Markwack, I really appreciate it. Whoa, there's a hype train happening too. You guys, thank you very much.
That's not the ritual I'd have used.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna try make manifest because I've done a spectacular job of being wrong. There's only 3 options, and I managed to... Okay. I didn't have a spirit tie. I was like, it doesn't seem right.
I have another in sight. To me!
They've got backup.
You shouldn't stay in there. This isn't over yet.
Oh.
They never learn, do they?
Oh, I don't know that I like this great green guy. I have a fully charged like banish move. I would like to use it on green guy.
You'll get it next time. Watch out. Spectre possession.
Okay, let me not be locked on, because I just want to make sure that we're not getting Spectre possession ding.
Watch out. Spectre possession.
Stubborn bastard.
Okay, hold on. I really want to do this one.
God, you're tougher than I got.
Okay, everybody stop. That's what I wanted. Ow. Double ow.
I'm right here, you know. Spectre, going for a meat suit.
Okay, hold on. Let me practice this. Oh, I missed it. Damn it. So, one of the specters has gone inside like a ghost dog, or an actual dog, and is now part ghost.
When of course this up.
You're wasting your time on this one.
I don't...
Ask for help if you need it.
I don't necessarily know what that means, wasting my time on that
Get to
one.
this one.
Oh, is that because I'm supposed to take out Alpha Haunt first?
Heads up!
You shite stuffened up.
You'll get it next time. Change targets. Tormented first.
Tormented first. Okay, I don't necessarily know which one of those.
This bite's not easily chewed.
So, I'm actually extremely close to just being dead. Okay, well... I really regret allowing this dog to be...
You're done.
Okay, that seems like the worst of it, I hope. Oh, that was really rough. That was the hardest one so far. Hello to Jab. Jab sharing that his username is just his initials. And No Oats, yeah, so No Oats had resubscribed. Marquack had cheered. I'm so sorry. There was a lot happening in chat while I was trying to do the fight. I hope that everybody, Jab, Marquack, No Oats, I hope you've all had a great weekend so far. All right. Yeah, you guys came in during a challenging combat encounters, the first one of those that we've done, and yeah, I came very, very close to not making it through. So far, I haven't failed at something badly enough that I got killed, unless you count the time that my friend got killed, my partner, because that sucked, but it felt more like a story beat and less like a personal failing. Now, we've done that. Find a way to reach the other side. However, I feel like we can head up. I'm not convinced that we've searched everything over here. And having done the wrong ritual twice, I'm even more interested in making sure that I have all of the camera borderline just moved around on its own. So, Caroluna, how was Pal World? Since we have a quiet moment at this instant without a lot of dialogue, there's been a lot of, well, I don't know a lot of, there's been some conversation lately about, you know, Pal World loses like X percentage number of players. I say this as somebody who hasn't played Pal World, and like it doesn't doesn't look like my kind of.
Can we jump this?
Spectral stains are out of reach. I've nothing to work with here.
So we find another way. Stupid country.
When we get back to New Eden Town, you can make a complaint.
They do need to work up their infrastructure. There's too much confounding mists that are making people into cannibals. Or skeletons. I haven't played it. Like Pal World just isn't my thing, and that's fine. Not every game is for every person. But regarding the, like, oh my god, X percentage of people have stopped playing Pal World. Yes, that's how games work. It's similar to, oh my god, X number of people, like the box office returns for this movie have gone down after it's been in theaters for a month. Like, Pal World's been out for a while. People have played it. They've enjoyed it. It's an early access game. Well, I assume they've enjoyed it. Maybe they didn't enjoy it. But now they've moved on to other things. That's literally how games work. They don't... It wouldn't seem healthy to me if 8 million people played Pal World and then just kept playing it to the exclusion of every other thing that ever came out. It's not the metaverse. It's just one game. And I suspect that a lot of those people will be back to check out additional updates as they come out, and that's fine. It's been interesting to watch the discourse develop around Pal World, just because it was like, hey, this game is pretty cool, followed by, hey, this game seems to be extremely derivative of other easily recognizable things, followed by, no, it's not, and anyone who says that it is has something, like, cognitively wrong with them, followed by, now, just a week or so later, okay, well, now Pal World has...
I see it and all, but do you see a way up?
You know, now Pal World has lost, I honestly don't know what percentage people are complaining, but a lot of its player base is like, yeah, isn't it like mostly a single player game? Why does it matter if it loses a lot of its quote unquote player base?
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
Like, it's not a massively multiplayer game. Your ability to enjoy it is not contingent on other people.
Stains. If they line up, perhaps we can jump.
I'm sure you can. Just try to be gentle this time.
Okay. I suspect... Yeah. You can sort of see the direction that it's going to be, where I bet that's our launch point, or very close to it.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
Yeah, Crow right now is saying that, you know, Pal World was fun in the time that she spent with it, and now she's done with it. And in a month, 6 months, a year, they will have patched, well, presumably they will patch it. They will add some more stuff, more content, more gameplay loops. They'll tweak and rebalance things. And yeah, boy, it's been a while since I've played Pal World, and people will go back to it. That's the way this works. So standing on the outside of this whole phenomenon, it really feels to me like there's just an aspect of like popular thing, hate popular thing, just talk about popular thing in order to drive views on videos or clicks on tweets or whatever it is that your like particular thing is. And I mean, that's fine if people want to talk about it. I don't think that game out for a month sees drop in player base. I don't feel like that necessarily speaks to any sort of actionable information. I don't know what you're supposed to draw from that. There's just really just a little camp up here and then nothing else.
Here.
That's high.
Oh.
Trust me. Here's our way.
Can't see it. Where?
We will absolutely jump across here. I just want to give one last look around. I don't think there's anything else down here that we needed to get. So I'm not going to go down. I just want to look down. Nope, I feel like we're good. All right, I'm just trying to like get a. It's a little bit like the Riddler question marks in like the Batman games, except I'm just trying to work out what the shape is supposed to look like, and apparently it's like that.
Yes.
Remind me to close my eyes next time.
And hello to Azaric. Just wanted to pop in to say hello and thank you again before I go into my lurk. Hope you're still enjoying the game. I am having a great time with it, Azaric. I hope that you're also, enjoying your weekend. And for anybody that's watching this in the VOD or live, and it's like, I will be talking a lot less once we have more dialogue happening, or when I'm reading. The year is 1695. Of this, at least, I'm sure. Following the Newsmiths was a mistake. After abandoning our homes and trudging the dark woods through rain and storm, our group arrived in what was once a hunter's camp. The bridge to Boston is down and we can go no further. Our flight to freedom was a fool's errand. The memory of our home in New Edentown seems distant now. We had friends and neighbors. The schoolhouse rang with laughter. The meeting house had a minister who's cared for us deeply. When we left with Thickskin's band, the New Edentown we'd built was no more. I miss it deeply. Beth misses it too, though she hides it. We're going back, packing our things once more and going home. To hell with whatever prowls the woods. God be with us. Now, this is interesting. This feels like new information. I'm trying to remember if it was established how much time had passed since the encounter in the schoolhouse, in the meeting house versus now. It was not a short amount of time. The witch that we met, Seeker, I think that she was like, hadn't it been like 2 or 3 weeks or like a month? Yeah, I think that she was even there like very vague. But what I'm paying attention to is when we left with Thickskin's band, we met Thickskin in the previous episode. She was talking about leaving at that time. It seems like maybe in the interim, a bunch of people did leave. Like it goes out of its way to say it's 1695, which as far as I know is still this year. And that we still cannot get. That's, I think, the third one that we've seen. But we don't have go get that ability. So we've inspected that. So yeah, it seems like this wagon and whatever was, all of those wagons. Here's what's interesting. I mean, there was clearly more of a bridge here, but I'm not even sure that I see enough wreckage to account for it. Like, somebody got that wagon over there, and I doubt that they threw it. But yeah, as Crow says, it'll fluctuate. Inner was saying 32 only for multiplayer. Where's the Factorio factor? Where it's up to 10,000 plus. And yeah, like, I wanted to, like, preface that, like, I am neither interested in defending nor attacking Palworld.
Hell's balls.
Are you all right?
I'll be better right side up. What happened?
Rope trap. Jacob Lind mentioned a hunter's camp. It may be close. Something's there.
Something alive.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Who are you and where did you spring from?
I've come from New Eden Town.
That's a very long way from here, sir. Who are you?
My name's Red McCraith. I work for the selectmen of New Eden Town. I'm a banisher.
Didn't you and the other one die in the meeting house?
I fell in the water and the tide took me. I survived. Up to now, anyway.
I've never seen a banisher before. I expected more.
Could I please continue this conversation with my feet on the ground? Easy now.
Stop your jiggling. Hold still, I said.
You try holding still when some lassie's shooting at you.
In that case, banisher, you may escape the trap yourself.
Wait, what? No, come
Our
on!
camp lies downhill. I'll wait for you there.
Come back here! Shite! I don't suppose you can help me, can you?
That was entertaining.
It's good to see you smile.
Wait. Something's there.
Something alive.
No. A bone walker. It's
Shite! You can do it.
How?
Please.
Wow. I'm just like, Bone Walker, whatever his name is, has some real reach on those attacks.
I'm right here, you know.
Blocking stance. When enemies are blocking, you can break through their defenses with specific moves like charged attacks, manifestations, and perfect switches. I don't know. Oh, I guess Bone Walker is guarding right now.
Look to me.
Jab was saying the same thing that I was, although Innertooth had a slightly different suggestion. I was thinking, he does have a sword. Can't he, like... I've never been in this position, right? But I also don't hike and fight ghosts for a living. And I would sort of think that this guy would be, physically fit to the point where he could draw that sword and then, like, hack at the rope without taking off his own leg. But again, I've not tried to do that. I will note, because I can almost hear, like, lane experts in the world saying, well, why not just take off the boot? You can't in that situation. I feel like I've seen a lot of people in my life suggest, like, well, just take the boot off if your foot is stuck. No, if your foot is stuck, it's stuck inside the shoe as well. Well, we're definitely going to go get that. So interesting that you can't like reach up and like hack at the rope. I don't know. Like, it's not something that I've tried to do. I don't think I could, but I sort of think that he might be able to. To them devils as dirties the place with their rotten, half-eaten, bloody leavings and their sharp-edged, bloody, broken, bloody arrowheads and whatnot for shame. Okay, people are not cleaning up. This is a please clean out the microwave. I think this is the 1690 versions of please clean up after yourself.
This place is empty so long it's rotting.
Innertooth was saying that, yeah, agreeing that you cannot take off the boot. Okay. I don't... So I'm willing to bet that this is a new thing. So we have more punch damage, wrath, and persistence. And I can't do upgrades from here. Also, no, it's just saying, in the video game about hunting ghosts, it's the boot interaction that I find unrealistic. I will say this. I would have been a fan if he'd tried. I actually like it in stories when people try reasonably sensible things, if they and then they don't work. You know, if he had like drawn his sword and like tried to reach up, tried to hack at it, you know, and just like it hadn't worked, and then he turned to Antea, I would have really liked that. But then again, he's probably a smart dude and has worked out, okay, I'm not going to have the leverage to get this done, and I'm more likely to like...
Signs of life ahead.
The camera really wants me to look in this direction. Okay, now I can move it again. Yeah, Inner was saying that the loop was above his ankle. So it would have, like, been compressing around the foot, around the ankle. Hello to Solid Chrome Hickey! Hickey, if you're just joining, you haven't missed much. We found, like, a spirit nest, and we were able to combat through that. It was close. I almost didn't make it. And I think, you know what? It's just now occurring to me that I'm not 100% sure that it said what the reward was after the fact, but I'm pretty sure that it's more punch damage from Antea. It said it on the screen during the fight, and now I'm suddenly forgetting exactly what it was. Oh, and I did the wrong ritual twice. There's 3 rituals that read no's, and I managed to pick the wrong one 2 out of 3 times. Oh, hello to Nikolai! Nikolai, how is your weekend going? He's saying happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. We were actually just talking to Crow about, and don't worry, there's not going to be any spoilers here. Just the fact that, okay, still with the map. Yeah, we got everything so far. App has just finished the Mass Effect trilogy, and I think that is super cool. He played in about 6 weeks, a series that took me multiple years to play through, because that's how far apart they came.
Hey! More.
have another in sight.
Okay, maybe it was because I parried instead of, like, blocked, but I really wanted to go for the,
Run, Red!
the counterpunch. Nikolai is saying that his weekend is going well. Kids spending the weekend with their great-grandmother, so we did some wine tasting and a fancy dinner last night. That sounds fantastic. We did a kind of a fancy breakfast. Was it just yesterday? Wow. It feels like longer.
This must be the camp the rope lady talked about.
Doesn't look like much from here.
Who was she anyway?
Some species of huntress. She took no liking to you.
Hard times like these, fewer folk will help a stranger.
This might come as a surprise. I've never been a ghost, at least not so far, but I imagine it would be a little bit disconcerting if human beings were just walking through you all the time. Maybe that's just because I have, like, a very well-defined sense of personal space.
We did good against those bone walkers. You did good.
Strange to see the dead from this side. They're both oddly familiar and 1,000 times more ghastly.
And hello to Platform Platypus. Platypus, how are you doing? How are you liking this game? It's on my radar, but I don't know if I'll get it or wait for a sale. So I'm going to pause just for a quick second to say I'm really enjoying it. If you have watched some of the marketing stuff, then maybe you know a few things that would not make the event so far spoilers. I came into it knowing nothing. It's delightful. I'm really, really enjoying it. Like, from a control standpoint, it controls really well. I think the voice acting and the characters, like it's one of those things where you really feel like you're participating in, like, a very cinematic story. And my sense so far is that it's really going to put a high emphasis on facing the consequences of your decisions. That said, episode 1 is up in the VOD, so if you wanted to watch, like, the first hour and sort of get a sense for it without too much in the way of story spoilers, I would... That is available for you. Also, if there's any questions that I can answer live, anything specific that you want to know, I would be happy to share it. I think...
Fortifications. Grim face is not a good sign.
So rest and restock. Then onwards to New Eden Town.
Okay, I wanted to talk to that lady. Hey, lady. Sorry, I was talking to somebody else. Or myself.
Good day, madam.
And a good day to you too, sir. I've not seen your face before. Where did you spring from, then?
That, madam, is a long story. I'm Red McCraith. I'm the Banisher.
Edith Keane. Miss Keane, if you prefer. There, we're no longer strangers. Though the times remain strange indeed.
Not bad, eh?
Oh, I don't doubt we'll prevail. But right now, we're tired and hungry.
What's new?
I'm sorry, sir. Too busy to talk. God will bless this place, but he needs us to do the work. You understand?
Yeah, of course. Are you out here alone? In the new world, I mean. No family back in England?
There's no husband, if that's what you're asking, and I don't want one neither. I've a plot to farm and a brother to feed, and that's enough. I mean, look around you. How could I possibly want more than all of this? Why should I want silk when I have all this shit? You're a man alone in the world. You're not bad looking, but you don't look rich. Know what you should do? Find yourself a rich man and marry him. Ha!
I must go.
Take care, sir. With God's help, we shall all see better days.
I am legitimately not sure what to make of that person. I can't tell if she's incredibly sarcastic or just has an unusual sense of humor.
Good day to you. I'm Red McCraith.
The Banisher. How did you get here?
With difficulty, I must admit.
Aye, only them as can handle a weapon dare brave the woods. The rest of us blockheads are stuck here in camp, waiting to be fed. Daniel Keane, by the by.
Any kin to Edith?
Aye, we're twins. Not that we're alike. She likes her stories, likes to hear herself talk. She likes a little drama, does Edith. Mind you, lately there's enough of it about.
I was wondering, what brought you to the New World? Why leave home for the unknown?
Like so many, we came looking for a better life. A better life indeed.
So, Daniel, what's new?
Sorry to turn you away, Mr. Bequaith, but I'm behind on my chores. Even the poor farmer must do his bit, eh?
Goodbye for now, Daniel.
Aye. Try not to die in the meanwhile.
Does, hey, what's new? What's the good news? What's going on? Does that have a different meaning here? Because that's the second person in a row. They're like, hey, how's it going around here? Oh, no, actually, we can't really talk to you right now. I am also intentionally muddying his boots at this moment with, quote, mud, unquote. So that when we find the hunters that strung up, Red, he can make himself at home. All right, this door is locked. It looks like maybe someday we'll be able to go in there, but not yet. Hello to Patikin! Patikin, how is your weekend going? Yeah, I would say to answer Platypus's question, it's... So, he's saying that he's a sucker for a cinematic story. You said the magic word. This is... Like, like, thinking about it now, because we were just talking... Hold on. It has a, sort of like a general flow that actually reminds me a little bit of like a Mass Effect game where you have these areas that you can explore and sometimes you're doing a whole bunch of fighting and then other times, like we're doing right now, there might be a whole bunch of like talking to people or smashing up boxes and maybe exploring what's through this crevasse. Platypus is saying that he can get a copy for about 42. If that's at Green Man Gaming, yes, that is correct. And I would say that that is an excellent price for one I've seen so far. I have no reason to believe that we're heading towards the hunters right now. Which is okay. Like I'm content to explore up here. Okay. I'm just not 100% sure that I can go back up. Right, yeah, this was a one-way trip. So... I would like to go talk to the Huntress. Yeah, the hand-drawn looking map is really cool. It gives you... It gives you a good sense of, like, I need to go in this direction.
So you want a map?
But not an overly precise sense of what you're going to find when you're going to get there.
Do you wish to sail the seas, or perhaps to know which way is Boston? Or do you wish to travel west and claim more land that is not yours?
I just want to walk in the woods without getting lost.
I will teach you to draw your map.
Oh,
so, mark the camp as your starting point. Trace the path along it. Note each landmark. By journey's end, you have a map. But beware, you must know where is north. The sun rises in the east, journeys south, and sets in the west.
Red
See?
McCraith, sir. Your friendly visiting banisher.
I met your companion in New Eden Town. Since then, sadly, things have not improved.
right? In hard times and harder places, a man needs help. May I interest you in my broad range of useful and reasonably priced commodities?
I admit, I didn't expect to find a store out here. Wherever people go, it seems commerce follows.
Things are bad, but as long as there's business to be done, all is not lost.
You brought all these goods with you. You carry them on your back.
With my weak heart? Of course not. I left New Eden with a horse and cart. After we ate the horse, I employed my fellow travelers as porters.
Well, I guess it's better than eating the fellow travelers.
You paid people to carry your goods?
My fortune is in my wares, and my heart and back lack the strength to carry them.
Well, I hope the horse was tasty.
Look about you. Folk here come through hell for this. My provisions make their lives just that little bit less awful. And all at reasonable prices. And on a personal note, I find that even the worst of times are made a little better by a bulging purse.
What's the word around here? What's on your mind?
You'll get no gossip from me, sir. At least not for free.
Show me your wares.
You'll find what you need, I'm sure.
So again, like the last time that we were at a shop, I don't yet have a, like, I've got a good amount of cash. I just don't know what's mysterious cash. This enigmatic riddle written by a stranger indicates the location of a treasure. So unless this guy's like hitting the road again soon, I feel like I'm just gonna wait, because I might come across the treasure on my own, and then we can come back and get this later if, you know, I need it.
I'll bid you good day.
Then again, screw it. Let's just buy the treasure map, because I might forget to ever come back.
Thank you, but no, sir, it is not a good day.
Show me your wares.
You'll find what you need.
Platypus is saying, so this takes place in early America. Yes, northeast, like New England, America specifically, in 1695. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
I'll bid you good day.
Maybe I would come across it on my own, and maybe I wouldn't. But I'm not going to remember to come back here to buy it later. Oh, what about that treasure? So I'll just grab it now.
I don't know you.
Red McCraith, here by Kate Newsmith's invitation. A pleasure.
Ah, he who swung from the tree.
News travels fast.
Thank you. What's your name?
You may call me Jane.
You're the first true local I've met. Where are the others?
Here there is no local tribe.
Huh. Why's that?
The Abenaki left these lands many generations ago. They believe the ground cursed, bringing bad luck upon all who walked it.
Ah, so you're not from around here either.
No. And yet I'm less of a foreigner than any of you.
Tell me, how are things going in camp?
We left New Edentown to escape the curse. Now we're trapped here. Kate and Thickskin work hard, but game is scarce, and hope is scarcer.
I'll leave you then. Good day.
All right, that does not... Yeah, that's not a traversable ladder. People lock their doors. Good. We've visited the merchant. Do you think they're going to mind if I pick their herbs? Hopefully not. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of crafting. Like, one thing that you haven't seen yet, Platypus, that I think is probably going to be coming up before too long, is there are these, like, optional, I think they're optional, supernatural investigations that you can go on where you're like, what's that? Some sort of ghost or spook or sprite I'm a banisher. I can help out with that. And it's a matter of exploring and talking with people, and I don't know if there's a lot of deduction to it so far, but it is about, like, follow up on leads, go talk to people, uncover the truth of what happens, and then it does seem like choosing how to deal with it is going to be a significant portion of the experience. I feel like we haven't visited this whetstone before. Okay. Oh, and sorry, what I was looking at is, does that sort of glimmer? Because one thing that I actually really like about the interface, these are all at default settings, and anything that you can, like, pick up glitters at you, like flashes, from a really good distance away. So you have a sense, oh, I want that thing over there, and then you can go get it. You don't have to rub up against everything in the... Oops.
Neither dither nor dally, Banisher.
Okay, if you wanted to have a conversation, you could have cut me down.
So, you found us safely, Red McWraith.
Aye. Well, thanks to you.
I had to know you could look out for yourself. You're welcome to stay until you're told to leave. I'm Kate Newsmith. Far as you're concerned, I'm in charge round here.
I was gonna ask.
Newsmith. Anything to Thickskin?
Aye. We're sisters.
Me and Antea, we met her in town when we first landed.
Thickskin will return from the hunt soon enough. Sorry for your loss, by the by.
Why might you tell me to leave?
He who don't pitch in, pitches out. We'll not go hungry to feed him that don't contribute.
Better than killing you for food, I suppose.
I'm sort of curious about both of these things.
How fares New Eden town? I'm heading back that way.
You're mad. There's no going back. There's naught to go back to. We may be all that's left. New Eden town now is naught but sorrow, pestilence and death. Some of our band were homesick. We heard them screaming in the woods. They didn't come back. Something wicked prowls. Folk dream of a murderous beast that'll kill them if they dare to leave camp. There was a second group. They never arrived. Some think the beast got them. Like I say, we may be all that's left.
Guilt, dread. She puts a brave face on it, but the truth is in her eyes.
All right, I'll stay a while. I have certain skills, if they may be of use.
Our hearts are low. Nightmares plague our sleep. Do what needs doing, help who needs helping.
Well, give me some names.
Prudence Hake. A widow, like so many. She cooks. Lately she's cooked shite. He who puts the food aright is a hero indeed.
I'll make the rounds. I'll pay my respects to Widow Hake and see what's the bother.
If you can't find Prudence, ask Jane. They're close. Also, please check on our blacksmith. His already meagre skills have lately declined.
Talk to Jane, talk to Prudence, check the forge, talk to anyone who needs help, which is probably everyone. Right. Got it?
One empty cabin remains. A tree fell on it. But you may have what's left. Welcome to the Dark Woods.
I'm curious if she knows what a bone walker is.
In your forays into the woods, have you seen many bone walkers?
What the hell's a bone walker?
Corpses possessed by malignant spirits. The dead walking. You'd know if you'd seen one.
God spare us. Have you?
Of course not. Standard question. I have to ask it.
Bone walkers seem drawn to us, but not them. Is it you? Is it me? We both?
Can I ask you, what do you know about the nightmare?
I have bad dreams, aye. The worst kind. We all do.
A nightmare is what we Banishers call the creature in the meeting house. It's a breed of ghost. A bad one.
Aren't they all? Town was doomed. My sister knew it. After your mishap, it was time for us to go.
Your bad dreams. Care to share?
Might be the hunger. Might be the fear. But we all seem to dream the same dream. A beast. A wolf, but not a wolf. Larger, stranger. It howls and hunts from the shadows.
Intriguing indeed. But still, just a dream.
Is it? Thick skin apart, those who leave don't come back. Some blame the beast. We stay close to camp now.
Tell me about this beast.
Though we've heard it howl, none have seen it. We've heard screaming too, and those who've travelled on have not returned alive. We hope against hope that they found their way to Boston, as we must, if we're not to starve. But our dreams say they did not.
There's really no way out.
We can live here, on the edge of starvation, keeping our cheer as best we can. Or we can die in the woods, prey to a drooling beast. We choose to live.
I must ask you about the camp.
Ask?
Where's your sister?
Out, making the rounds, hunting if she finds game. One new smith stays, while the other new smith goes.
She goes out alone.
She's thrice the hunter anyone else is here. We'd only slow her down, she says.
Have you been here long?
Huh. Not one of us knows for sure. Time here flies for some. For others it stands still. There's no night, so counting days is difficult.
What would Thickskin say?
She'd say about a month. She'd be lying. We both counted days, but the numbers didn't tally. I gave up.
The nightmare twists the perception of the passage of time. These folk have not escaped the curse.
Who about the place needs help, do you think?
Something's not right at the forge. You could start there.
I'll take my leave of you for now.
Rest. You'll need it for my sister's return. I'll send for you.
So partially it's because it's been a day, and also I'm not super great with faces. When we came up and I was like talking to the huntress, I immediately was like, wait a second, is this thick
She
skin?
seems to like me.
Let's find your cabin and see how much.
It's an interesting job of family resemblance, because I didn't recognize her when we were dangling, but then coming up to her now, I guess now that things are a little bit calmer, it's like, wait a second, she looks really familiar.
There's a lock. I'm gonna need a key.
Or a swift kick.
So,
My chores continue. Should I report on them now, or would you rather wait?
catch me up when you're all done. Saves me hearing it twice.
Pratik and Inner are both going to lurk. Both of you, thank you so much for coming by. Inner, I hope you had a great time with D&D over with Samlander today. And thank you very much for the... I still don't know how to pronounce it. The Shopkeeper game that you've been playing, because I've really enjoyed watching that. Patikin, I certainly understand the need to steer clear of spoilers, so thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you for the lurk. Okay, I do like the fact that the locked chest has been marked on the map, so we'll be able to find it later once we liberate the key from whoever rightfully owns it. All right, so we're meant to visit the forge. Yes, find your shelter. We've already been to the map. So, yeah, let's go head up this way, it seems. I have not yet worked out... Oh, there's the tree. What the blue lamp is. It definitely seems to communicate this is a place of importance, but my guess is that it's going to be a fast travel point.
I've slept in worse. And it smells better than Jacob Lynn's lean-to.
The worst thing about Jacob Lind was not the smell.
Hold on. We'll hear more about Jacob Lind's smell in a minute. What is a ghost made of? Traditions and old writing teach us that ghosts are one of the many types of undead creatures lurking in the dark. Like the dreadful vampires I studied and observed in my younger years, they feed from the living and threaten them. But I truly believe ghosts are mainly made of memory. Memory of who they were, what they did, and what was done to them. Memory of what they should have done or not. May has it been happy, hurtful, or vile? Ghosts are tied to their past, and as they slowly decay and forget who they were and why they remain behind, ghosts can only rely to that particular event, item, word, or emotion that provided them from escaping our world after death. I feel like some of the unusual word usage is a product of the time and not the translation. That's my guess. Like snails and slugs, they leave fragments of these defining events wherever they go, like shreds of the very fabric they are made of. Some call them vestiges, others call them echoes. Banishers should always pay attention to these traces left by the ghosts. They often tell the very reason why they are still here. The sad part being, as they constantly repeat and come back to the reason why they stayed, they irredeemably forget everything else until they cease to be who they were. Signed, Charles Davenport. But surely will be the exception to that. The official oh, here we go. King James Bible. This was a point of conversation in the last one. Brian, thank you so much for the resubscription. The official translation of the Christian Bible for the Church of England that also serves as the official Bible for Puritans. Was it Inner that said last time that the King James Bible still used Jehovah in place of the word God? Is that correct? I am not a biblical scholar, but Tom Chick would know.
There. Now we won't freeze. I won't freeze.
Abandoned letter. My dear Evelyn, as you know, Alexander and I must go home. The Newsmith's plan seemed the right one, but now God calls our hearts back to New Eden. The horses and their pastures are gone, but the house yet stands. We shall rebuild, or we shall die there where we belong, at home. I write now, for I must thank you for your kindness and your unwavering encouragement, especially when I thought my rotten lungs would be the death of me. Thank you sincerely, and may God bless you. Your dearest friend, Elizabeth. Okay, I think we're resting, or maybe we're not. I could rest. And I think I need to. No, well, we've got our decoction charges. Let's spend any upgrade points that we have, because I do have one. So, we picked up heavy artillery and perfect switch. So if we wanted to come over here, Kindred, the 4th heavy attack triggers a punch attack that ignores resistance. I don't do a lot of heavy attacks. Damage dealt by red is increased by 30% against full health enemies. I'm actually not really a fan of either of those. Over here we've got Powder Keg. Charge heavy attacks trigger an area effect dealing physical damage. I like that one. Banish points are increased. I don't like Swift Banish at all. And then over here is Switch to Antea right after a front dodge. Oh, there's different forms of perfect switch. Switch right after a front dodge to trigger a melee attack that ignores resistance. So that's the drop kick one. Damage dealt by all perfect switch attacks is increased by 20%. I do like that. Increased up to 15% the higher the health points gauge. Let's do assault. I don't like the sound of that one. We're going to see if we can upgrade that wristband that we just found. Upgrade available. Dodging with Antea increases the damage of the next punch attack by 30%. Okay, and that is all of our upgrades for now. Yeah, oops. Brian, I hope that you've had a great weekend so far. All right, let's get out here.
Right, let's go make ourselves useful.
Prove ourselves.
If the nightmare is at work here, they'll need us.
Now, it had been recommended that we start at the smith, but I don't know where that is. Haunting case available. Different haunting case available. Pretty sure that's the person that I just spoke with. Well, let's see if we can find the smith. And if I wind up doing the other one first, that's okay. That's saying up. Okay, I'm actually going to head over here, because I'm pretty sure that that one is pointing back up to the hunting lodge.
Forge. Kate said the blacksmith may need help.
Let's snoop around before we go talk to the blacksmith. Peyton, our houses are falling down, and we need them nails to build with. Deliver soonest, if you will. No shite like the last lot. You're supposed to be good at your work. I've not worked at a blacksmith, but I would think that nails would be one of the more basic things to create. Maybe they're harder than I think. Most things usually are.
These nails look brittle.
Okay. Yeah, see, that would be my problem, too. If I didn't know how to make a nail, I could make something that looked like a nail.
What is it?
Salt water. It's pulsing. There's something here.
Mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. Mine, all mine.
That ghost sounds nasty.
That ghost sounds obsessed.
That drill bit is dull as a hammer. Metalworking isn't easy, but this stuff is surprisingly shite.
Can't be easy to maintain a camp with a bad blacksmith.
What kind of forge has no tools?
It would explain a lot if he was trying to shape the metal with his fingers.
Damn it. Oh. Forgive me. I oughtn't have startled. Oh well. Ain't you a sight? Who are you, then?
Red McCraith, ma'am, the Banisher. To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, the Scotsman. I like your accent, and I like your manner too. Nellie Heaton.
A friendly Londoner. I like her already.
Is your husband around might be a common question for the era, but it also feels like it's assuming things that may not be true. So... Oh, I'm so sorry. Did she introduce herself as the wife of the blacksmith? It would make sense since she's right here, but let's just start at the top then.
To the point, madam. Kate Newsmith worries for you, and for your husband too. He around?
Fortune left some hours ago and hasn't come back. I confess I'm beginning to worry. What if the beast got him?
Did he not say where he was going?
Thick Skin has him making nails for the stockade. She presses him, and he feels the weight of it.
Could he have gone out in search of material?
Doubtful. He's exhausted. He doesn't sleep. He works day and night. It wasn't always so. Coming to New Eden saved us. It saved the marriage.
I should go look for your husband.
He's no woodsman, so he can't have gone far. Please, do find him. I didn't come this far only to lose him now.
Can I have a look around your house?
Yes, if it helps.
The forge is empty, no tools. Any idea why?
No tools? That's strange.
Why would your husband take tools with him? Why would he take all the tools with him?
I don't know.
So, what's the chatter?
Bad news travels faster than good. What would you like to know?
How's life about the place?
We're doing our best to make things work. The beast is worrisome, 'tis true. But Thickskin knows what's what. I'm sure we'll be fine.
What think you of Thickskin New Smith?
She ain't perfect, that's for sure. But she's independent, fair-minded, strong in body as in character. She cares for us. I know it in my heart, even if she doesn't show it. Why else would she shield us from the beast?
What can you tell me of Kate Newsmith?
I like her. She's different from her sister. Sensible, watchful. When she speaks, I listen.
I didn't get the sense that Thickskin was particularly non-sensible or non-watchful.
Here's the thing. In your forge, I found a puddle of salt water. Any idea how it got there?
The forge uses a lot of water, but that doesn't explain the salt.
I think that saying it had the mark of a ghost, which is true, that might be a lot to load onto this person who's probably feeling very unsettled.
Could it be seawater?
I suppose he could have hauled the water from the beach.
Let's trade, Mrs. Eaton.
All right, let's.
Okay, oh, hi. So this is the first, well, I guess the second thing. Banisher tea. Is that better than the regular? Oh, it's a different decoction. I might get that. So this is 800 pieces of 8, so I can't afford that. This would be 300. I might consider it, but I'm out of cash right now. And again, I don't know what's important versus not. Like, having 185 leathers seems like something that I could sell, but let's hold off on that.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Eaton.
Welcome. I've enjoyed our chat. It's nice to have someone new to talk with.
Blue-eyed Londoner, despite the weariness marking the delicate lines on her face, Nellie Hayton smiles generously. Social and pleasant, lately Nellie is easily startled. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get all... let me tell you something about ghosts. Okay, so I guess we're allowed inside now. Boy, if you thought that... What's it called? Saltwater was haunted. Governor Haskell's letter to Fortune Hayton. 2nd of March. In this year of our Lord 1694, from the pen of the most honorable Fairfax H. Haskell, Governor of the colonies of New Eden and roundabout, to Master Fortune Hayton, Hayton's Forge or Smithy, Bracemonks, London. Letter of appointment. My dear most fortunate Mr. Hayton, further to our most recent and urgent correspondence, I refer to your last letter, dated 14th September, in which you confirm your desire to join the colony of New Eden, wherefore to practice the trade of blacksmithing. As you are known in London as in Boston as a blacksmith of some renown and indeed a Puritan of impeccable faith, I have the pleasure of confirming that a place awaits you here. We shall provide you with a small holding in which to establish your business, and while we shall endeavor to provide you with whatever materials you should require, pray bring whichever tools you may need, as they can be scarce here at times. Please reply immediately, at least within a month, and book passage at your earliest convenience. I've enclosed a stipend which forthwith to pay the fare. With fields to plow and horses to shoe, we are in urgent need of your services. We shall expect you before winter. To all who should be concerned, herewith let it be known that Fortune Hayton has been contracted to the colony of New Eden as the new blacksmith. Now, it's always possible that he was lying, that he, misrepresented and Governor Haskell wasn't very careful about it. It's much more likely that this man is a blacksmith of some repute, and now he can't even properly fashion nails. (1694) April 4th. I found a friend, a dear, dear friend. A good man who has sinned at times, but wishes no harm on anyone. He speaks to me with respect, and I to him likewise. He listens to me with interest, and I to him the same. Above all, he is kind. This, I think, is the greatest of things a man can be. We know our men by their wealth or by their conquests, when really we should know them by their kindness. I shall cherish this page as it marks the moment I saw life on more favorable terms. And that's Nellie Hayton's journal. So, yep, super into him. And, like, described as a good person. Now, everybody here is very much on edge. Let's investigate this swirly moats.
Feeling about the bed.
Should we take a glimpse at the past?
Okay, well, apparently I'm really bad at choosing rituals. Okay, so we want to look into the past. Tune into a fading but persistent memory left by a lingering ghost. That seems very likely. Make manifest. Channel through compelling words. Hold on. Using or knowing the tie that binds a ghost is generally necessary. I feel like I want a hearkening.
I raise for now the veil of shadows. No. No. Not yours.
That's no ghost threatening Nellie. That's her husband.
It seemed like he was fighting the urge to hurt her. So, the blacksmith has gone missing with his tools.
And a saltwater ghost haunts the forge. Let's go find it.
Yeah, so again, I don't know anything about blacksmithing, but the presence or the saltening of the water that's used to, like, temper the tools, if that's the right word, and it might not be the right usage. But, yeah, the salt might not be real good for it. I don't know. But that could explain why the end result is so shoddy.
Footprints. Tackety boots with hobnailed soles.
They're stained. I think I can uncover the traces. Let's see if the trail leads to our blacksmith.
You know who would know chivalry? He knows a lot about blacksmithing. Like, actual real world.
A moment.
Well, that's handy.
Imagine all those years hunting ghosts, how much time we could have saved. Come on, let's go find our blacksmith.
And also, if I was experiencing very invasive thoughts to hurt someone very close to me with these specific set of tools, I might also take them with me completely out of the house. The trail seems to die off here. Unless it's just go forward. Okay, yeah, no, it's still here. Jab is saying before oil became the quench material of choice, they did put salt in the water to slow the quench and avoid cracks. Okay, see, that shows how little I know. And, I know that salt water has, like, a higher boiling temperature than, like fresh water does, but I don't know if that's valuable in, like, quenching tools, if that's the right phrase.
What think you of the blacksmith and his wife?
A ghost haunts Fortune Heaton and his smithy too.
Aye, but whose?
Old business partner, maybe? Old apprentice? Old master? Somebody who taught him the trade? Then doesn't like the way that he's deployed the trade? But then again, he came all the way from London, I guess. So that's a long way for the ghost to travel with him. Boy, I do not want to not explore, but I feel like it's fairly important that we stay on the trail here. Really bad at...
A wee Highland kiss for you.
So I will say this, I have drank several decoctions, and I have not done very much resting, so I may not fully understand what causes your decoctions, your healing potions, to come back. It seems like they just sort of like come back after combat. Even though when you go to rest, it's like, well, all of your decoctions will come back. Okay, this seems very much like something I'm going to bet that we can't do yet. Yes, destructible wall, but I don't have the required talent. Well, this seems fine. Whoops. Oh, this is not a ghost dog, it's just a big dog.
Is someone there? Help! Please! I'm begging you, help me!
I can help.
Pray for me, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, assist me in my last agony!
Right, I screwed it up.
Come out. It's safe.
Are they gone?
Crap, I didn't get that yet.
I thank you, whoever you may be, for whatever you have done. I thank you. I thought I was done for. Fortune Heaton, sir, and so very pleased that you came along.
Red McCraith, the Banisher.
Weren't there two of you?
There were, yes. As it happens, I've been looking for you.
You have? What for?
I heard you praying. I thought I recognized the text.
You did? You sure?
Nellie painted him a pious Puritan.
Aye. Thought they sounded Catholic.
Ah, well, just coincidence? Look, here's the truth. I'm a convert. I did it for Nellie. Was Catholic. It was a convenience more than a calling. Keep it to yourself, please. I need to fit in around here.
See, I'm not willing to promise that I'm not going to tell anybody, because so far we've caught this guy in what appears to be one dishonest moment. That doesn't make him a dishonest human being. Like, it's not suspicious, but it does say, here's somebody who's willing to say something in order to get what he wants. So I'm not going to promise anything.
I'm not here for you. You have other worries.
Don't I know it?
What are you doing out here anyway? Do you not fear the prowling beast?
Oh, I needed a walk. Bit of fresh air, bit of light. The forge is... well, it's dark and hot, isn't it? I didn't mean to be a worry.
We all enjoy walking the woods while burdened down with smithing tools.
Why'd you bring your tools?
Yeah, why did I bring my tools? Why? Why? Because they're haunted. That's why. I'm sorry, it's just... I'm losing my tiny little mind. And it's them godforsaken tools that's to blame. I start working with them, and then I look up, and half the day's gone, and I am somewhere else entirely, and that's not even the worst of it. When I return to the forge, the work is done. The tools are haunted, and I'm getting rid of them. As deep in the woods as I can go.
I'm going to be straight up with him.
Did the haunted tools tell you to kill your wife?
No. Yes. Maybe. No. I would never hurt her. Yes, they told me to hurt her. Maybe. Maybe I'd have hurt her. Can you help us?
Yes. But I can't guarantee you'll like the result.
I don't want him to leave yet.
So, you're the blacksmith. What's that like then?
It's alright, I suppose.
You busy?
Yes, of course I am. Lots of building work to be done. That means nails. Whole lot of nails, like an ocean of stupid bloody nails.
I love when a man takes pride in his work.
How are things with Nellie?
Good. Yeah, good. It's, nice. Having a wife. A home. Nellie is, a fine woman. Clever, brave, generous and kind. She's a blessing.
How did you meet?
Meet? How did we meet? Well, you know, we just, met.
Does he not remember? Or does he not want to say?
Come now, Mr. Heaton. No need to be embarrassed. A wee bit of romance is good for a man.
Romance? It's not. I helped her with a thing. She helped me with a thing. We stayed together, helping each other with things. Doing right by one another can bring a couple together. Doesn't always need romance.
I have an extremely specific prediction about this guy.
Head for camp. I'll take a look at the tools. Once they're safe, I'll follow.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Thank you, Banisher. I'll... Thank you.
Not as burly as you might expect. The blacksmith is friendly and carries himself with a weary confidence. His obvious exhaustion may explain how stressed he seems, or perhaps the stress is keeping him from sleeping. Those are things that I've borne in mind. Here's my theory. This is not Fortune Heaton. Here's what I think happened. I think the actual Fortune Heaton got an opportunity to migrate with his wife to New Eden. I think that the wife didn't want to make that trip with the actual Fortune Heaton, so she and this guy concocted a scheme to kill the actual blacksmith. This man would then take on his identity, come over here, and now the ghost of the actual blacksmith is haunting his tools. And the fact that all of the blacksmith products are coming out crap is not because the tools are damaged, haunted. I think he's just a garbage blacksmith. That's my guess. And also the fact that the tools are urging him to injure his wife is because the ghost is now wrathful and wants vengeance on the couple that killed him, and knows that the best way to do that is to have this man be responsible for the death of the woman. Whether the truth comes out or not, that's going to settle things real quick. That's my prediction. And the not as burly as you might expect is just another piece of evidence towards that.
an echo whispering to me.
Also, see, I love learning things, although I'm very slow-witted and may not remember this. Jabbing to hardened seal, you dunk the hot seal in a medium. That makes it real hard and brittle. Tempering is drawing some of the hardness out, so it's a little softer, but not as brittle. There's a number of ways to temper steel. So is that, when you say, like, drawing some of the hardness out, is that intentionally introducing impurities like salt in water so that the steel is just by its nature a little bit less pure, a little bit softer, and then a little bit less likely to break? Or is it unrelated to that at all?
Mine! Mine! Mine, oh mine.
The ghost lays claim to the forge and everything in it.
The flatter from the echo is missing from the toolbox.
If it's not around here somewhere, he lied to us.
Okay. See, I really wanted to read that, but I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. The ghost. I think... Ghost? Oh, it's just what they were saying. A saltwater ghost lays claim to the... Oh, they drowned him. By the way, that's why he's a saltwater ghost. I think they pushed him off the ship. And then when they arrived in America, like, they were like, see you later. And then they, like, came to New Eden, to the boat people. Bye, thanks for the ride. And then when they got to New Eden, yes, this is my husband, Fortune Hayton. After all, how hard can it be to make nails?
Let's see where the back door leads.
Spectral stains, heading deeper into the woods.
Odds are there's a blacksmith's flatter at the end of the trail.
Okay, just... I hope I didn't miss any... Just before I go... It's just, we talked to him, and then I immediately went inside. I
see the blacksmith has gone.
Yeah, see, I never got that, or this. You know, specifically when I was like, this seems off, when, as Antea pointed out, the letter specifically cited him as being, a Puritan, and then he was reflexively praying the Catholic prayer, which, what do I know about different prayers? But when that discrepancy was brought out, and he was like, oh, yeah, I sort of converted at the last minute, that was just sort of the first step of like, I don't think this guy is who he says he is, because he was sort of hired sight unseen because they couldn't exactly do a video call. These days, I mean, it would be completely crazy if somebody showed up to work and they were literally nothing like they had pretended to be, even while being vetted by a large national media with multiple different outlets who could look into their claims and try to determine if they were in any way who they claimed to be. On an unrelated note, I understand that the New York special election to replace George Santos has taken place. And that's all I actually have to say about that, because I'm nowhere near as clever or witty as people who have already taken that man apart. Right. This looks like possibly another combat challenge, but I'm actually not sure.
Corpses. We could manifest what hides here.
Okay, thank you for using the word manifest, because for sure that clarifies what I'm meant to do.
Show your shape in flesh!
This guy is very dodgy. Okay, and wow, he hits hard.
This bite's not easily chewed.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Make a run for it.
Okay. Crap. Shit.
I can help.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You need my help.
I need a lot of help, actually.
Great! More fun.
We've almost got him. Is that it? Nope. So here's the trouble. I don't have a lot of spirit points for Antea. And I don't have a lot of health for Red. There we go. Okay, a little bit less.
I'm right here, you know.
Power increase +1 to all attributes. I'll take it. Okay, so that was another, like, rift fight or whatever. Which is what it felt like. Princess Casey, thank you so much for the resubscription. Also, because I'm very interested in this, Jab is saying it's all about heat. When you quench, the molecules form a crystal-type structure, but it doesn't absorb the salt. Tempering is you heat the steel, but nowhere near as far as when you quench. You keep it at that temperature for a period of time. You can temper it in any kitchen oven today. I had no idea. Jav, I think that you've probably been around. When Chivalry's been around, he talks about this show. It's a show about blacksmithing, but I'm blanking on the name of it. And it makes him mad because he sees people like do it wrong. You seem very knowledgeable about this. It would be interesting to see the two of you interact, but I'm legitimately happy to learn some of this stuff. Anytime you can use video games as a vector to learn, like, actual world anything. For example, there's a difference between Puritan prayers and Catholic prayers. This is me learning. So I feel like we've probably gotten everything that there is up here. Yes. Okay, so we did the ritual site, and we can't do that. So we're going to head back to the Hammer and Tongs. Princess Casey, I really appreciate the resubscription. Thank you very much. Also, I didn't want to ask too specifically, but my sense is that things went very well with your scheduled hospital trip. And assuming that's correct, that's very good news. Jab is saying back in these days, they didn't have any sort of temperature control. It was just done by color. And all forged in fire. So, Jab, like, because again, since I don't know, on a scale of like 1 to Japanese katana, how difficult is it to make like a good nail? Because I think in my head that as blacksmithing goes, that would be one of the easier things to do. But again, the hell do I know? Maybe it's actually really hard to fashion a good quality nail that isn't going to snap in half the first time you hit it on the back end. So, I think that we're actually supposed to be using the track. Yeah, I should have been having this up the whole time. I was looking around. Also, just, it's such a, like, you can see which way it goes, that it's clearly flowing in this direction just to make certain. It's what I'm talking about with the style in this game, where
Fortune the blacksmith came deep into the dangerous woods.
he is lying.
He's no blacksmith, he's lying. We sent him home. I hope he's no danger to Nellie.
It just, from a game design perspective, we want to make it clear to the players which way the footsteps are going. What's a way that we can do that that also feels like it would be part of this world? Oh, we'll have like a spectral drift that sort of like gently indicates which way the path goes. It's just little details like that, man. I'm really... Okay, so we can go that way for sure. Is there anything to we believe over here? Well, I want to go look. Okay.
Get the hell out of there!
All right. If this is a fast travel point, hopefully then by touching it we've unlocked it. I don't want to wander too far away from the trail that we're meant to follow. But so far this game has rewarded curiosity over and again. Oh, nice. Casey says that
a safe harbor, should we need a moment's peace.
Actually, then yes, I might check real quick to see how I'm feeling with regards to my decoctions. Because I used all 3. Oh, that's right, that's right. It said that you'll get all of your decoctions and stuff back at the end of one of those,
Could this be a treasure map? Looks like one.
Map?
Okay. If I was to guess, here's the town. There's the river that goes past the town. Here's the bridge. So if we were to cross the bridge and then take a right, yes, a right, and go down here, it looks like there might be a treasure right there. But that's a guess based on like all the what looks like structures. Can I again say what Platform Platypus said earlier, that just the hand-drawn maps are really awesome?
Maps don't necessarily lead to treasure.
Aye, but what if this one does?
Very well. Let's look for this treasure that obviously awaits us.
Okay, let's look at that. So, can we all make a pact to remember treasure map? Because I'm very worried about forgetting it. Carolyn is also saying congrats to Princess Casey. Sorry, the hiccups all of a sudden. Let's double check, but I think that we do have all the decoctions. Yes, 3 of 3, but apparently we can do something in here. Wristband. Looks like we can upgrade it. So it's pretty clear that we can switch to different wristbands later, but I can think of literally no reason that I wouldn't just want to upgrade what we've got while we've got it. Why not be as powerful as you can be? I assume, and maybe this is not a good assumption, that if we upgrade it and then sell it, it will be worth more, even though we're upgrading it with Spectral Dust and Elite Gem. I'm sure that the merchants will respect our care that we put into it. And then we cannot do that. Now we need another, a Scourge Accretion. Okay, I don't see the need. Can I look at rest? I don't actually want to go anywhere, but I just want to see if it's, you may travel between the shelters you discovered throughout the world. Traveling causes a time lapse after which enemies respawn and decoctions and resources are replenished. What's interesting is that I don't know what resources it might be talking about, unless it's just that it refills the spirit gauge. I don't feel like we've touched on that yet. Okay, but these are fires, not like blue lamps. So I still feel like I don't know what the blue lamps are for. Jab is saying of the nail creation, it's probably something that you would just hand off to an apprentice. All right. I feel like this is going to lead us back to the thing that we're trying to find. And I can't go up there, right? Because this... Doesn't that look like there's something up there with the light, the torch? Why is that there except to draw the eye? All right, let's take a quick gander. Yeah, all paths lead back to where we're meant to go, which is good. Maybe this is also just to draw the eye. Maybe the purpose of that is to say there's a rest zone ahead. It reminds me of the merchant in like Resident Evil 4. How didn't he have like blue lamps or something? He had something that was nearby that you knew like, oh, the merchant is over there. It is conceivable that I'll reach a point similar to The Witcher 3 where you're just like, oh, more like white orchid or whatever. I don't need any more of that. And I'll stop picking it up. Right now, I feel like that day is very far away. Right, that'll lead back towards the save point. So I think that the trail that we were following is right over here. Yep, there we go.
Something's concealed.
Okay. I am very good, if you haven't noticed, at dropping the block just as the attack comes in.
Stay put.
I felt it too.
All right. When I banished him, I really thought I was going to have to fight the ghost of the dog. That would be an amazing, like, ongoing thing if, like, some, like, alpha animals are just so potent that when you kill them, you then immediately have to fight their ghost. Okay, so we can climb that. Do want to follow this. Jab is saying, today we have much better understanding of physics and chemistry. If you buy a known steel, it'll tell you what temperature to quench at and what temperature to temper it at and for how long. Back then, there was more art than science to it. And probably a ton of experience. We once went to... So... At one point, there was this watch that was passed down from, like, you know, it's one of those things that's been in the family for generations, but is no longer in very good condition. So I had to take it to a, like a watchmaker to assess to see if it could be repaired, to see if it was worth doing. The answer turned out to be no. But as he was assessing it, he was holding the watch up, and during the examination, he put, like, the device into his eyes, you know, the magnifier, so they could see some of the inner workings more carefully. And it was also like touching it to his bottom lip, like a couple times, and at different points, like different parts of like the casing and stuff like that. So I asked him, like, what is that? Are you like checking? And I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. He said that he could, like, I'm not going to say what he said accurately, but there very much was a taste to it that he was able to discern.
The hammer. Looks like Fortune tried to get rid of it. The hammer is the ghost tie.
Now to retrieve it without breaking my neck.
Yes, that would be a shame.
Okay, can I just...
We need to look for somewhere to cross.
I just have a bad feeling that this guy is not going to remain asleep during this entire thing. But then again, like I was about to say, can I, like, snap the shin bones or something? It's a ghost. It doesn't actually need the feet, does it? He's going to find a way to get up and shamble around. Hello to First Ben Joseph. Sam Melander, hello to you, says, blacksmithing... Sorry, experience is huge in blacksmithing. Sam Melander, how was D&D today? I was there, but we were working on an unrelated project, so it was on in the background. It seemed like a very good session that you guys had a good time with. This is not a place that I can go yet. However, well, hold on, maybe we can... Oh, I take it back. Yeah, so we can do a spirit jump. But we have to do it from over here. Princess Casey loves it here. I'm very happy here. Lovely community and streams. Casey, I'm very happy to hear that.
Do you see anywhere that could help?
Keep searching here.
So I really feel like this is the... Yeah, that's going to be the way across. But let's look around up here first. Casey, that's exactly what we're going for here. Hopefully an environment where people can enjoy the game and enjoy chatting with others and... Is that a thing? That's definitely a thing.
Something's here.
Hidden.
Okay, just a white. What, if anything, separates a white from a ghost or a revenant or, like, a ghoul? I don't know why I'm suddenly asking this. I guess I became nervous that I was misusing the idea of a white. Samlet is confirming D&D was a lot of fun. Characters did some info dumping onto NPCs, and then they went to investigate a wolf attack. Actually, my producer was just watching a video about doing one-on-one D&D, that there's actually some adventures out there that are specifically designed for that, which I find interesting. But as you might expect, one of the things that was covered is that, hey, D&D is designed to be sort of a collaborative adventure where different characters are good at different things, so there might be some important adjustments for, like, things that your character just isn't going to be good at. Or the player's character. I also have to say that I'm really enjoying the fact that the abilities that we've pulled out so far, like the Ghost Portal and the... What was the other thing? It's the... Crud. Evolution? Unveil. Yeah. Well, then again... Okay, no, there we go. In combat, Antea can deal increased damage to possessed corpses. As she's gotten it, it's not only been for, like, exploration, but also she gets, like, combat upgrades for it as well. I always like that. That's something that Jedi Fallen Order did extremely well also. That every upgrade was both for exploration and for combat. Similar to asking in D&D. Like, yeah, like, one dungeon master and one player was sort of the topic of the video. Now, this is interesting. This looks like another thing that I can't smash open yet. I'm willing to bet that we have a marker on the map now. Yep.
I sense a trap.
I sense an echo.
All right, then. Let's trigger the trap.
Okay. I would also like some information about the trap. Where's the trap? Oh, that streak, that trail is where the hammer landed. Okay, yeah, we're now on the other side of the gorge. You asked the difference between a wight and a ghoul. And I was wondering if you meant in D&D. Sure, or in Tolkien? Or Tolkien? Weren't wights a thing in The Lord of the Rings as well? You guys, the sound is very echoey now in the gorge. Oh my god, that's such a cool touch. No, these barrels are too... Like, at first I was like, is the sound bugging out? And then I was like, no, it's the stone. It's refracting all the sound.
Right. Smell of corpses, this hot.
This isn't over yet.
Ow. Ow! Cut it out.
Watch out. Spectre possession.
You're done. I knew it.
Okay, well, we're definitely going to search that old mine shaft or whatever. Samlin has no idea in Tolkien. Is it... maybe we don't have to search this. I grew up, for decades, my parents called him J.R.R. Tolkien. In more recent years, I've heard that maybe that's not correct. So if I say it wrong, that's why. But yeah, Simulator. So how about in D&D? The difference between a wight and a ghoul... Barrow wight. Yeah. Wasn't that what they were called in Lord of the Rings? Barrow wights? Okay. We want that chest. Ah, here we go. Just for... There we go. Not strictly necessary. Really? Okay. That's curious. Oh, it has ghost nails or braces. I don't know what to do with that information. But that explains why he can't just break it apart. It's not marked. This is something else. So I feel like that'll come apart in time.
That's enough, Nelly. I warned you. I warned you this would happen again.
No.
Oh, look at yourself. You're pathetic.
I want a divorce.
You're no Elizabeth Luxford. You are mine. And I'd sooner see you dead and cold than let you leave.
What's going on here?
Walk away, lad. This does not concern you.
I think it does. What do you want to do?
Turned out there was yet more to the story. A worn blacksmith's flatter, wet and shrouded with spectral stains. This tie is doused with the essence of its ghost. Once a closure has severed the ghost bond to the world, this essence will be automatically consumed by Antea to make her stronger.
Oh, Lorberts killed a man with his own hammer.
We should talk to his ghost.
Okay, time out. Aboard ship, when Nellie was threatened by a man with a hammer, the blacksmith protected her. But, I mean, it's so clear that it wasn't the blacksmith that protected her. Like, even Red understands that. Yes.
Claim shall God do.
All mine.
We are the Banishers Antea Duarte and Red McWraith. Whose ghost are you? Do we really have to listen to this bastard? Nothing good ever comes of talking to the dead.
At times, I'm tempted to agree.
Who are you and what do you want with the blacksmith?
My forge. My wife. My name. All mine. The bastard stole them.
Is he telling us our blacksmith's a fraud?
Why are you here?
I want what's mine. Stolen away. Pried from my grasp. I want my work. My name. My wife.
Your wife is not your property.
She was no one! A drudge who fancied herself a herbalist. I plucked her from the dirt. I made her.
All right, no. I'll not entertain this man a moment longer.
That night, on deck, Nellie asked for a divorce. What happened then?
We saw what happened.
I want to hear him say it. What happened on the boat?
Ungrateful, scheming, errant, whore.
Watch it. Red, come on.
Distempered, feeble, a weak woman, demanding care and giving none. I gave her a life and she stole mine. She had him kill me.
That's not what I saw.
You've been sowing madness in the mind of the man who replaced you.
She can't escape me.
Are you looking for revenge?
I claim what's mine. She schemed it. He seized it. And I shall have it back.
I've had enough of this. Let's go.
Oh, we have an update. He's now imposter. No better than a novice's. Supposedly honorable blacksmith lied. Despite what everybody believes, the blacksmith is not a Puritan. And last but not least, the blacksmith Fortune Hayton is an imposter. Alright, and then we've got this dude. Back from his watery grave, the ghost of Fortune Hayton wants revenge on Nellie and the man who took his place. And then Nellie, we are missing one... No, we're missing two things. Intent. Is the intent not clear? We'll see what else there is to learn about that.
Why Fortune Hayton died.
I didn't hear what she said.
Maybe I'd have done the same. Nellie and her fellow are haunted yet, and I'm concerned for their safety.
So Jab is saying, just a quick pause here, my understanding is that whites are undead, essentially a more capable zombie. In Game of Thrones they were whites. Ghouls are living creatures with a taste for human flesh. That sounds very... That sounds, now that you say it that way, yes, all of that. Similar understanding, whites are intelligent undead that hate the living and seek out war against them. Ghouls are dumb but smarter than zombies, undead that crave and eat necrotic flesh. Probably in D&D specifically. Princess Casey saying, I believe in ghosts, but I think that ghosts are not conscious beings. In other words, completely unaware of their own existence, so I don't believe in the afterlife, not like this. And Jab is saying an author picks his monsters, but I read a fair bit of urban fantasy. Interesting. And ghouls are usually alive. Supernatural for Existence had a family of ghouls seek revenge on the Winchesters. Okay, I think this is a bone monster that we didn't have to fight because we were interrupting their possession.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
I want to say in the Witcher series, at least The Witcher 3, ghouls were also alive as opposed to like reanimated dead. It's still glowing blue. I think it might be this stuff back here, but I do not have like get through this ability. Yeah, I can't dash through it. I feel like even though this isn't marked on the map, this is a like you have to come back later. Because these are like spirit bonds. I don't know how to get through that yet. But yeah, also, so then based on all of that, it sounds to me like the difference between a wight and a revenant is that a revenant is undead, but typically targeted at a very specific person. Whereas it sounds like wights are more like, oh boy, we hate anybody alive. Let's go to war about it. I am looking forward to finding out what those things are, those dream catchers. Okay. Oh, it's going to be a ring. So we have a different ring now. So we have our level 2 first Bane ring. 200, 552. This is 220, 6552. Wait, this is more... Yeah, hold on. So the one that we have has vitality and persistence. This has much less vitality, but it does more damage, banish damage. We gain banish points faster. Strength is the same. It doesn't do anything for wisdom. Dexterity goes up, but I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what dexterity gets us. I'm going to continue to wear my current ring, but we will examine that once I can upgrade it, and maybe we'll have a better sense for... Like, I bet you can check the stats in the menu and know what dexterity is. My guess is that it makes the dodge a little bit faster, maybe you go a little bit further, maybe you recover more quickly from it. Okay, I guess we're going to go up here. But as Jab says, there could be, like I guess in D&D, ghouls are undead.
From the invisible.
So I feel like it is up to the author on how these fictional animals or creatures, beings, operate. When I said animal just there, I was also thinking about like griffins and hippogriffs and owlbears, and yeah, an owlbear is whatever you want it to be, but in D&D is a very specific thing. So that looks like a whole spirit party. Can we go join it and or break it up? There's a shelter nearby. By reaching it, you may travel towards another shelter to get your destination faster. You may recognize a shelter by the red flag and smoke in the entry. Oh, the red flag. Believe it or not, I was never looking at the red flag of it. The smoke was what drew my eye.
Away with you!
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that. Oh, we can do another thing. I will 100% do another thing.
The right words of power may force the nearby specters to show themselves.
Princess Casey has a ghost emote. I love the very... Oh, by the way, Twitch seems to have made a change where now you can use all the emotes on all the channels, which I think is cool. So, it is make manifest, yes? That's what we've learned?
Corrito Skal.
Can I join in too?
Doubt it's going to be that easy.
Hogging all the fun. Not gonna ask for help?
A wee Highland kiss for you.
All right, we need to recharge her ability. Like, she'll do a lot more damage to this guy, but... Let's try to banish. Well, let's save the banish until we get him out of his body.
Not today.
Really? Okay.
Reinforcements.
I don't see them. Oh, crud. Okay,
They're vexed
hold on.
now. I'm right here.
Okay.
Help.
Yeah, no, working on it. I'm locked onto the wrong fellow. Oh, God. These guys hit super hard. No, see, I have no spirit points is the trouble. And it's very hard to charge up.
Devil take.
Okay, this is feeling a little bit beyond my level. That's a level 12 dude. What am I, like, level 4? 5?
They're vexed now.
Hopefully we're out of corpses now for them to possess.
Can I join in too?
I hope so. Hold on, I need to break his block. Ooh, that was the toughest one so far. Yeah, so it's fights like that are like, oh, that's why you would want equipment that gets you better quality. Sorry, it recharges your spirit points faster. Because a couple times it's like, okay, based on these enemies, I really want to be Antea and to punch the souls out of those bodies. But the trouble is, I don't have any spirit points. And the way that you charge it up is by using Red Sword. But Red Sword is very dangerous to use against those guys because they still do a significant amount of damage past his block. But because that was like a special event, we got all our decoctions back, so I don't feel the need to rest yet. I do want to see what's up here. Also, Samuel is saying Inferophobe. Oh, I don't think I can get very far up here. Ghouls are intelligent undead that require human flesh to survive. They crave long dead necrotic flesh, but if they consume it, they themselves rot. If they eat fresh corpses, they can pass for human. Yeah, this is another thing that I can't do. And is that all like...
Ivy. I always hated these sap-thirsty spectres.
Alright, I don't feel like I can... No, I can't do my dash attack. This is a comeback later. What I was going to ask is that like general D&D, or is that... Because when you say like Inferophobe, like that, is that your own like personal world building? And like that would make me wonder, could you check if somebody's human by like feeling for a pulse, or is the simulation of life so thorough? So the game has introduced like, hey, just fast travel. So I think I'm going to do that, unless there's anything else that we can think of to do here. I don't know if I went over there. Let's go just take a quick look since we happen to be right here. It looks like that one little pathway. Oops, I may not have gone down. Okay, we're gonna hang north here a little bit more. That's Sam Lander's own world building. That's a cool detail. Okay. There's something nearby, because when the Banish rings burn blue... Okay, this feels like something I've done, though. Maybe I just didn't go far enough down the path. They're cold with no pulse, so they would appear as human from like a short distance. I remember there was one David Cage game in which the characters was being described as like completely frigidly ice cold. Well, this looks like one of those traps that I walked into before. This doesn't seem like a good idea. I mean, I'm gonna walk down this path because I want to see what happens, but this looks a lot like the rope trap that we got caught in last time. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's another comeback later. Like if we had, like, I bet we're going to get some sort of a crossbow or like a spirit bolt or something else that we can use for ranged actions. Did I finish the thought? A character who was absolutely ice cold and then went on to have romantic relations with somebody who was very much not dead. And that always seemed to me to sound incredibly unpleasant. So as long as the rings are burning blue... Oh, here we go. I really like the crypt keeper styling to the corpses and stuff. I want to get better at parrying. I do it sometimes mostly by mistake. Like, a lot of the times when you've seen me be guarding and then drop my guard and then get hit, like all in a split second, that's usually me trying to drop the guard so that I can parry and being exactly wrong on the timing. But that doesn't mean that I should stop trying, because if you can get the timing on something like that down, this is the time to practice that stuff when you're at low enough levels that the cost of failure isn't devastation. Oh boy, there's more stuff over here. So, yeah, let's go look. So far, this game has been big on, oh, you decided to come over here. Well, good news. Here's some awesome stuff. That banish ability, by the way, is super satisfying to use. I'm really enjoying that as an addition to the combat. Okay, this looks like a come down, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like one of the things that he's going to tie a rope to and then you can go up and down that? Oh, we have to go check out that.
Bring your gardening tools. No? Moving on then.
Okay, yep. Please mark this on the map for me, game. Oh, no such luck. I'm not going to remember to come back here. I'm not going to remember that we had like a blue and orange portal deal happening. I'd like to. Okay. This is blue. I'm going to switch to Antea. Nope. Red still gets it. Whoops.
Have some of that.
Okay, I very much want the spirit essence, not the go downstairs. Alright, let's check the map. And we are... Yep, that takes us back around in a loop, although it does look like there might be some stuff up there. There is a 100% chance that we're going to be settling up with the alleged blacksmith. So, let's... Where are we in the world? I do kind of want to see what's up there. Oh, hi. There's also stuff right here, too. Basically, I love the fact that every time we've gone to go do a ritual, we just have the parts on hand. Ever since the first one, I haven't had to go scrounging around for pyrite or hoofspeed or any other thing. We've just had it because we're being very studious about picking up everything in the environment. I don't see anything a flitter over there, so we're going to go north. All right, let's just look here. Yeah, so if we bend left and then go up whatever's up here on the right. Oh, no, that's the thing that we can't do yet. All right, let's look then. Yep, whatever's going to get us up there is not accessible to us right now. Okay, cool beans. We have done what we could. It is also highly possible that the wild chervil and stuff does sort of like gently regenerate in the wild as you're wandering around. I am looking for the fast travel point, which is... It's exactly as far back now as it would be to just keep going to the southwest. Hopefully we're not gonna like
lurking here.
Oh.
Time to work, Banisher.
I gotta say, I don't mind taking the hike if we're gonna find more stuff. What is it? What is it the dude, Patikin describes himself as? A loot goblin? Yep. Like, I am very comfortable playing like a Super Mario game and not picking up all the coins. Sonic, I don't care about getting all the rings. But you put me into a game with like crafting materials in it, like if you get these things, then you'll have the resources to make stuff that's useful to you. I will collect beyond the point of reason to make sure that I always have the thing that I need. Especially if it's just, especially if you can like fill in the map or it's right there, like you can just see it. If you saw $1 on the street, would you go pick it up? Well, $1 isn't necessarily that much money, but also it's right there. You can just pick it up and then you have $1. How are you going to feel the next time that you're not $1 short for the thing that you wanted to get? So we are back in town. Yeah, unless this building has a surprise for us. Oh, maybe it does. Here's a King James Bible. But we definitely haven't been in here before, because I would have taken the hell out of that. First Ben Joseph saying, what's the game with Aloy in it? That is the Horizon games, with Zero Dawn being the first one, and then Forbidden West being the second one. It's interesting that I have absolutely no interest in playing, what was the first DLC? The something somethings? The second DLC, the DLC for the second game was Burning Shores. For the first game, it was... Really? There was nothing up there? That doesn't seem right. It's possible that I already got what was up here, but... Oh, that's it. It's a dream catcher. Which, by the way, that's not a dream catcher, because that's like a sphere, it looks like. I just don't know what else to call it. Some sort of a collectible orb. First Ben Joseph was saying that that one would drive him nuts. Yeah, that was... When I played Forbidden West, I decided early... I am going to carry with me like 200 Ridgewood and then not worry about it. Really. No, we're not even gonna comment on this leprechaun spirit. Okay. We just have to come back later for it. Oh, no, you know what? Those are the footprints leading in that direction. Yeah. We're backtracking, because that's what originally led us out of town. Too much, ooh, shiny.
I think Fortune's ghost is here. Let's end this now.
My dear friend blacksmith, the rim on my cartwheel remains broken. As I understood it, you were to fix it. Is there a problem? To work, sir, and the sooner the better. Sincere Paris. By the way, Sincere, I just sort of like took it as somebody's first name when we first met, like the first person, Sincere Paris or whatever. Wait, was this Sincere Paris? Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, he's the same guy from the first town because he left town with them. Okay.
You should have said something.
I was afraid to worry you.
No secrets, we said.
We did. Because this only works if we're together.
Right. Together.
Do you think the Banisher knows?
No. Though I'd not swear on it.
He's no fool. I am no Puritan, he must know that at least.
Mine, oh mine, oh mine.
You again.
Oh.
Piss off, Heaton, and no more scheming.
Okay, we'll have to find a different way in, I guess.
Hush! Someone's coming.
Banisher, you're back.
Mr. McCrae, my man came back and I hear I've you to thank for it.
Don't celebrate just yet. I know the truth. Your secret is out. I don't know who you are, sir, but you're not Fortune Heaton.
Don't be daft.
Haskell hired the Puritan master blacksmith, Fortune Heaton. You're none of those things. You're not him.
What do you want?
I'd like your side of the story, madam.
Very well.
What? No. How do we know we can trust him?
We don't. But we must take the chance. It's time.
I would go further. You know you can't trust him. He's a ghost hunter for hire. That's 3 really bad things for you.
On the crossing from England, something happened. What was it?
I'd had peace and quiet for weeks since we'd been aboard. Fortune was too sick to do anything. I even made a friend. I thought to myself, maybe this new beginning will be good for us. Maybe he'll change. Before we left, I'd sworn he'd never lift a hand to me again. Well, guess what?
We didn't plan on killing him. I swear on it.
Do you regret it? Do you regret any of it?
What would be the point? And if I did, what would be the point of telling you about it? I'd have escaped him in the end, but I'd have had to die to do it. I only killed him so he wouldn't kill me. The blame is on him, sir, not me.
You're not Fortune Heaton. So, who are you?
I am. To hell with it. You're right, I'm no blacksmith. I, sir, am the fugitive thief Arthur Carty.
But a good man. A repentant, hard-working man.
If I am those things, it's because you've shown me it's all right. I'm doing my best to make a better life. Really, I am.
What were you running from?
Just the legal consequences of my illegal life.
When you demanded a divorce, your husband threatened you. Was that the first time?
It was the first time I'd asked for a divorce. It was not the first time he had raised his hands to me. I loved my husband once. I thought he understood me. But Fortune was an angry man. He was angry, and I was in his line of sight. No matter who or what had upset him, the full force of his anger would fall on me. Always on me.
How did you two meet?
Funny story. Best you tell it, Nelly.
On the crossing, Fortune was sick. He stayed below deck. When the weather allowed, I would take the air. One night, a voice came from the shadows. I should have run, but something in his tone told me he was kind. I was right. He is as kind can be. We became friends. Dearest friends.
Companions in murder.
You sent me to find your husband, Mrs. Heaton. Find him I did. Your husband's corpse rots on the ocean floor, and his ghost has followed you here.
I rid myself of him once. What shall it take to do it a second time?
So as we established in the first episode, Red is dealing from a position of being ready to compromise anything to bring his love Antea back. And in the first one, we were faced with a situation and he chose to blame the living in order to absorb that life essence. And it was very clearly established that in order to honor his oath to Antea, he was going to have to do that again and again as many times. And the two of them talked about it and they agreed it was the right thing to do. So for that reason, I'm going to banish the shit out of this wife beater and send him directly to hell. And I absolutely understand that that's going to make it less likely that Antea is going to be able to come back. But if Red, whatever Red's emotional state upon losing Antea was, surely at one point in his life, he decided to be a banisher in order to make the world a better place. And the idea that we would blame either of these two living human beings that seem in every way to love each other and to want to make an honest life because they did what was necessary to escape from a violent, I don't want to say that I can drunken, but a violent lout of a man who was a skilled blacksmith but a horrible human being, that I'm going to take one of their lives? Sorry, no way.
Fortune Heaton. Dead as alive, you're an angry man. Time to go.
I made her. She is mine. I built it all, and they took it from me.
And now your work and your name shall pass to Arthur Carty while you enter oblivion.
Nellie will run the forge, and a better version of Fortune Heaton will walk the world.
I am Fortune Heaton. Ever was, and ever will be.
Not anymore. Be gone. There is nothing for you.
Is it over? Is it done?
Aye. He's gone.
What will you tell the others? Will you expose us?
Will I spill your secret to the camp? No, I won't.
My eternal gratitude to you, sir. Thank you.
Let us know if you need anything. Anything.
We probably already read this letter, but I do want to check it. Yep. Okay, so that was the hiring letter. And then there's the other letter over in the other nightstand. Talk to Kate. That is exactly what I was talking about at the end of the last episode. That they're, like, in my headcanon, Red is ready to do a lot to bring his love back. But there's some lines that you just are unconscionable to cross. And I don't know Red. Like, we're sort of writing his personality with the decisions that we make in this game. Anything? No. Okay. But among other things, the open and completely justified contempt that Antea had for, you know, the ghost of Heaton. Honestly, what the hell even was that guy's name? Constance Heaton? What the blacksmith guy? We literally just did an entire quest about it. I can't remember his name. Red is to say, well, okay, we both hate this guy, but we're going to kill his wife or kill his wife's new husband. I mean, in everything except maybe legal documentation, we're going to murder one of those two people, or possibly both, because of what we saw in the boat, that he was actively beating her, and when they stepped up to stop it. Oh, okay. I don't know where I got that key from. We got a brooch, our first one. More manifestation damage, weaving duration. I don't think I know what that means. But there we go. We found a brooch. Weaving duration. Can I see at all what that means? The duration of the weaving effect caused by the ensnare manifestation. Okay, so this is not something that we have. Weaves enemies can't move. Wisdom is... Okay, so wisdom is punch damage and perfect switch damage. And persistence is increased spirit points. Can we find agility or dexterity or whatever it was called? No. No. Oh, it's the ring, wasn't it? Wisdom. Vitality is health. Persistence, yeah. Dexterity. Oh, increases rifle damage. Well, that's another reason for me to not use this right now, because I don't have a rifle. But, spoiler alert, that's how we're going to do the range dealing. I was really thinking a crossbow, but...
So?
I've done my rounds, as you asked.
And?
The blacksmith and his wife were haunted by an angry ghost. It won't be coming back.
I suppose I shall believe you. Anything else to report?
Other hauntings are likely. I've no particulars as yet.
All right. So, I'll thank you kindly, Mr. McWraith. You've done your part and earned your place. My sister should soon return. She'll surely want to meet you. Until then, you may stay.
I'll take my leave.
I do.
So here's the thing. We would not now wait for the return, because I would want to do the next haunting. However, I do feel like this is probably going to be a good place to break for the episode. Let's just find our way back to wherever it is that we rest our head. Well, then again, yeah, no, I wouldn't really want to rest, would I? So let's assume that it has quick saved there. Oh, we can also do save game. I feel like it's been a while since I had a game that I could like manually save. We've been playing a lot of things lately with the autosave. So yeah, no, I hesitate to speak aloud how much I'm enjoying this game so far, just because sometimes things go on too long or become too simplistic, but boy, I'm really enjoying this game so far. Yeah, no, this was great. Thank you guys for joining me for episode 2 of Banishers, and we hope to see you possibly as early... Well, I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a little bit narrow, but Monday for sure. So between tomorrow and Monday, we will be back for episode 3, where we're going to do that next... quote-unquote optional haunting investigation. As Patikin said earlier, there's no such thing as optional for something like that. I want to do them all. I want to get all the stories, all the upgrades, all the essence that might bring Antea back to life. And yeah, we will continue to determine together what are the outer boundaries of what Red is willing to do in order to bring back the love of his life. It turns out that this one, he just couldn't. At least I couldn't. And the thing is, before we break from this story, what would it say about Red and his capacity to love a woman in his life if he looked at another woman who was with the love of her life and ripped the two of them apart in order to serve his own desires? I can't. And I don't think that he could either. So yeah, we'll continue to take these on a case-by-case basis. I think that Red will probably be doing some things that are different than what I would choose, but in this one case, we were very much in alignment. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you again for the next one real soon, and until then, I hope you have a great night.